What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Daryl, Hall, and John Oates, or as I will no doubt continue to say, Hall and Oates. And we are returning to the Rock and Soul Part 1 Greatest Hits compilation. Thank you again to Yvonne. And as I mentioned, we're now going to songs that I am not familiar with previously, or at least none that I recognize by name. It is, I suppose, possible that there might be one or two along the way where I end up recognizing them musically, but yes, as far as I know, I'm not familiar with any of the remaining tunes. So I think we'll just go chronologically, and obviously we'll be jumping over tracks I've already reacted to, those which I was somewhat familiar with. Nevertheless, the first tune on the compilation is Say It Isn't So. I'll admit, when I see the title, I think of Say It Ain't So by Weezer, a song I'm very familiar with, but ultimately I don't think I've heard this one, and the grammar is more formal here, shall we say. But yeah, as a phrase, it's the kind of expression you use when you are both surprised by and perhaps upset by some outcome or some revelation that you're learning. Now, you can say it sarcastically when something is obvious or something seems exactly what you would expect. Oh, say it isn't so. But assuming it is more straightforward, it sounds like someone is astonished and shocked by some information they have come to, or someone has given them. So let's see what it is in practice and whether it is more straightaway or perhaps more nuanced, if not outright sarcastic. This is Hall & Oates. The tune is Say It Isn't So, and it's included on the Rock and Soul Part 1 Greatest Hits compilation. So sonically, I enjoy it. I definitely enjoy that keyboard riff. That's sort of the main defining melodic feature. But I enjoy also there was this more wavy type of keyboard chord that kept playing through. I enjoy the sort of soul pop feel, which given the little I know about them beyond a handful of songs, it seems that is kind of their center lane when it comes to their musical stylings. A soulful sound, but sort of pop energy and overall vibe. I will say also I enjoy the vocals. There was a point in the back half where Daryl like really kind of hit a bit of fire, and the rest of it nice and smooth. So yeah, I like the vocal progression over the course of the track. Lyrically, I'm not sure. It's like, okay, so at first he's saying like he knows the other person lied, and like he seems to be upset about the way things are going. And in that regard, I think the phrasing of the title is more or less straight away, but overall the dynamic between them seems complicated, because eventually he's talking about like going to parties and they like to be, what was it, the outsiders or strangers at a party. And then it seems like he's essentially saying like, say it ain't so that you're gonna go. Again, like he starts by talking about like, oh, you used a lame excuse last time. So it sounds like maybe the other person is kind of 1 foot out the door, but he's not happy about that and trying to, there has to be another way here. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm misreading that, but it seemed to be more or less a sincere usage of the phrase, but that the narrator isn't like giving up and hopes the other person can see a different path relative to the one that is currently playing out. So yeah, ultimately I am curious about the lyrics, but yeah, it's nice. It's smooth. Again, it's got a soulful sound, and I do enjoy the kind of 80s keyboard sound of it, which again, I don't know. I assume these tracks all came out, on different albums or different releases, so there's a span of time here, like among the tracks included, which, you always get that with a greatest hits compilation. But I would guess this is an 80s tune. Either way, a very smooth and enjoyable one. Admittedly, I don't necessarily, on a first hearing, put that on the level of, like Man Eater or I Can't Go For That, but ultimately I do find it to be a pleasurable listen and definitely soulful in its styling. So let me know what you think. Thank you again to Yvonne for the CD, and we will continue through this. And in the moment, I don't remember. I reacted to Sarah Smile. I reacted to She's Gone. I think I already reacted to Rich Girl, so I believe Kiss on My List. Kiss on My List. That's funny. I think that will be the next one. So let me know what you think, and I will see you then. Peace.